Just the one play for me on the board today, the San Antonio Spurs. We grabbed them at a +6. They've dropped, obviously. I mean, they dropped a little bit prior. They now dropped even further on the back of the news that Kyrie Irving is questionable. Look, if he's out, we're obviously going to get a ridiculously good market position again, which hasn't been the best recipe, I don't think, for us this season, unfortunately. A lot of these huge CLV situations haven't quite panned out in our favor, but hey, that should start flipping soon. So hopefully it does flip today if Kyrie is out. I actually like the under less if he's out, as weird as that sounds. I think the market will adjust to it pretty quickly. I don't think the value will be there anymore. Just because I think that the difference in style of play when he's off the floor might lend itself to the Nets being more aggressive in attacking the rim. And obviously that's the best way to attack the San Antonio Spurs, is to get to the bucket wherever possible. Kyrie, obviously someone who can score at all three levels, but I still question his decision-making at times. And I think he will probably try and carry too much of a burden that doesn't need to be carried in a matchup like this. So I kind of like if he's in the starting lineup more, and I like the under more as well if he's starting. So we'll have to definitely keep an eye on that. Once he's officially ruled in or out, I'll run my numbers on that one a little bit more specifically, and we can come to a conclusion, I think, on what we do there. But I'm happy with my position on the Spurs. I sort of touched on it on the Bet US show for guys that tuned in there, and just obviously doubling back on what I said earlier in my little review on where the Brooklyn Nets stand at the moment. I just can't trust their offense. I think they need to figure things out. They're going to be in situations as well with Ben Simmons on the floor where essentially you're playing 4-on-5 basketball, because he's such a non-factor scoring the basketball. The guy had 0 points and 3 field goal attempts against the Celtics. And I know it's obviously a much better defense than someone like San Antonio, but you can't rely on him to score at all. And that just puts a lot more pressure on those other guys and those role players who aren't going to have that same space to operate around the perimeter as what they have when this team's been at full strength. So even prior to Kevin Durant going down with injury, I think this is a team who offensively was sort of playing above their means, and we were already expecting some level of regression there, where offensively, they were sort of bottom 10 in the league in terms of location effective field goal percentage, which means that if they shot at league average or at the player specific average from the spots where they were generating their shots, they would perform far worse than what their output actually was at the time. So there was already regression expected for them. That's probably just going to hit harder now more than ever with obviously their main shot maker, shot creator, and leader on the floor being out of action. So very happy with the Spurs +6 position. Naturally, still think that it's going to be a case of potentially too much CLV if Kyrie Irving's out. Maybe we buy back if the number drops too far and try for a middle there, but we'll see how that one plays out. I don't have anything else on today's slate that really jumps out to me. The only other bit of market value I had, like I said, was on the Clippers Philadelphia full game overs, but I'm not going to be getting involved in that one just yet. I still think that the Clippers are going to be a buy team, but we'll have plenty of opportunity to buy on them in the coming weeks as well, especially heading back out on the road, where I think that they have performed really well at full strength so far this season. They were the best road team for quite a while, the best Western Conference road team for quite a while before Paul George went out injured. So we should see them back to their best there as well in those spots and situations. But nothing else for me today.